Hello, my name is Miriam, and today we are going to learn how to make our writing more clearer and more interesting. Let us watch a video first. I am going to share my screen and you will watch the video. Due to some recording issue, you cannot hear the sound of the video. Although this feature is available in the Zoom, the students can hear the video as well as watch, of course. Hope you like the video. So if we do this, suddenly the carpet jumps, it moves and flies off into the air. This is very first line of the story. Then suddenly if we change it in it, suddenly the carpet vaults, it drifts and flies off into the air. So you see that I have changed jumps into vaults and moves into drifts. It moves and flies off into the air. It drifts and flies off into the air. So you see the word with the sentence with the drifts is more interesting. Let's go home, and I will change into let's race home, let's creep home. So if someone is moving very fastly, so we say race, and if someone is moving slowly, then we say it's creeping, like a worm, like creeps like a worm. So let's race home, let's creep home. So they change the word go is true, is correct, right? You can use go, but go is a simple verb, and race and creep are the strong verbs. Verb is an action word. Any verb and anything that shows some action is a verb, like playing, eating, sitting, watching. All these are verbs, right? So any word that shows some action is a verb, right? So these are the weak words, right? And when we have to make our writing more interesting and more informative and more clearer, we use strong verbs and the strong alternatives of these words. Like for go, we use race and creep, and we move. For the moves, we use drifts, right? And for jumps, we use vaults, right? Let's do one more example. The dog ran across the yard, and if we change ran into dashed, the dog dashed across the yard. So you see that dash is making it more interesting. The dog ran across the yard, the dog dashed across the yard. So you see, dash is making it more interesting and more exciting, right? Okay, now I'm going to share you the chart of strong and weak verbs, like the strong alternatives of the weak verbs. So the verb is walk, and the strong alternative is stroll, march, stride. Then the verb is run, and the strong alternative is sprint, dash, and ball, right? So you will do the remaining by your own, right? Okay, so let us do the practice. She ate her lunch. If we change ate into gobbled, she gobbled her lunch. So gobbled means when you are eating very noisily and very hurriedly, like gob gob sound, right? So she gobbled her lunch. Then she devoured her lunch. Devoured means eating quickly and hungrily. So she devoured her lunch. She ate her lunch. She nibbled her lunch. Nibble means when you are taking small bites. She nibbled her lunch means when she is taking small bites. So they are telling the manner of their pattern. They are adding feelings in your sentence, right? She gobbled when she's very she doesn't know the manners, or she's very hungry, right? She devoured when she's very hungry, so he's eating with a sound and very quickly, right? And nibbles mean when she's not willing to eat and not hungry, like the food, or like the food maybe, so she will nibble the food, right? Nibble the lunch. Similarly, now let us do the next one. So they're attaching the feeling, they give the feelings to the sentences. And then the next one is the boy went to the park, the boy dashed to the park. The dash to the park means moving very quickly to the park. Then skip to the park. Skip means skipping like a rope, like not not in a regular pattern, and like hopping. Pardon. Then the boy trudged to the park. Trudge means when he is moving slowly but with very heavy steps, right? For example, when he is sad, then maybe the boy will be moving with heavy steps and very slowly. But when he is very excited to move, then he will dash toward the park. So these words are according to your context. Like what is your protagonist or your character is doing, it comes according to these alternative strong alternatives. You will use strong words, you will use according to your context, according to your writing, right? So we have learned today we have learned the verbs. The verbs are the action words, they tell some action. Then we the two verbs, weak verbs and strong verbs. Weak verbs, the simple words we use in a daily life, whereas the strong verbs are their alternatives, and which make the writing more interesting and more clearer and more exciting, right? Pardon. Right. Okay, so what you have to do, you will power up your next story by using five verbs. You will use five verbs, strong verbs in five strong verbs, other five strong verbs in your story, and power up your next story by using these verbs. Okay, this is all for today. Let's meet in the next class. Goodbye.